and they're almost like the Cannibal Corpse of of metalcore, let's just say. There really is no other band out there like them, and I think, you know, on Perpetual Terminal, this is album number 10, they've proven that they are not going anywhere. Hi guys, welcome back, and hello if you are new. So, 7 years of waiting. We've had 7 years since Darkest Hour's Godless Prophets and the Migrant Flora. So fast forward to 2024 and Darkest Hour are back and unveiling their brand new album, Perpetual Terminal. So if you're not familiar with Darkest Hour, they are a metalcore mainstay. I think they are one of the most underrated bands ever. They have delivered consistently solid metalcore pretty much since day dot, and they're almost like the Cannibal Corpse of of metalcore, let's just say. This is the first album to not feature longtime guitarist Mike Lone Star Carrigan, and instead features Nico Santora. Thematically, the record explores the idea of the duality of accepting rebirth, but also destruction. So kind of like destroying our previous selves in order for a rebirth to happen for a new self. So by now, if you think that Darkest Hour are going to be sort of reinventing the wheel, then you're kind of sorely mistaken. This is Darkest Hour doing what Darkest Hour do best. There are moments that are quite slow on this record. You know, I think the introduction of Perpetual Terminal really kind of kicks things off to a nice grandiose idea, but then there's also some slightly darker moments of that sort of signature Darkest Hour melody on One With The Void, for example. But if that's not necessarily your thing, that sort of punky side of Darkest Hour is still very much here. You know, you got tracks like Societal Bile, Love Is Fear, and also My Only Regret. You know, I think it's very much kind of working in tandem with John Henry's vocals, which do kind of have a little bit of singing, but it's more kind of like snarly as well, which, you know, again ties in really nicely to that sort of hardcore punk aesthetic that the band have had. I think, you know, in general, the record has a nice kind of balance of the sort of singing moments and then some of the heavier moments, you know. And of course, you know, with this being a Darkest Hour record, the guitar acrobatics are in absolutely no short supply. But what does it for me is that signature Darkest Hour mellow death kind of thing, you know. Goddess of War, the final track is a great example of that. But for me, it's a prayer to the holy death that is that quintessential guitar, you know, Darkest Hour melody that I just absolutely love. That stabbing kind of nice and quick mellow death riff that just gets me every time. And of course, you know, Darkest Hour are masters of kind of getting from one place to another, and dynamics are very, very strong on this record for sure. I thought also Mausoleum was a bit of a different kind of side of Darkest Hour. It had a really interesting kind of little solo in there. I also thought Amor Fati was cool because, you know, that's got a nice little, almost like Steve Vai sounding guitar solo, and kind of breaks up the pace of things a little bit. But I would say in terms of experimentation, Mausoleum is probably the most kind of experimentation you'll get on this record. And the production on this record is nice and clear. It doesn't really have that sort of Kurt Ballou ballast behind it. So it's not quite as gritty as Godless, but, you know, the production on this really allows the songs to have a bit of a shine on them. And I think, you know, that really enhances the melodic sections. It also gives acoustic guitars that nice sort of like timbre to it as well, which I thought was really cool. And adds a little bit more depth to the overall feel of the record. And of course, you know, I couldn't mention Darkest Hour without mentioning solos. You know, A Prayer to the Holy Death, again, it's probably my favourite song on the album, to be honest. And as I mentioned, Amor Fati, that sort of like nice little interlude. New Utopian Dream has this like diminished kind of run, which I thought was really cool. Overall, Perpetual Terminal isn't Darkest Hour rewriting the metal paradigm, but doing what Darkest Hour do very, very best. It's a solid album, and personally, I probably would have enjoyed a little bit more experimentation, but chances are, you know, it's been 7 years since we've had anything from these guys, and they've also had, you know, quite a significant lineup change as well. So I'm just glad that, you know, they're still at the kind of like level of Darkest Hour, which is fucking high. There really is no other band out there like them, and I think, you know, on Perpetual Terminal, this is album number 10, they've proven that they are not going anywhere. And so for that reason, I'm going to give this record an 8 out of 10. So thank you ever so much for watching this album review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments underneath me. If you did enjoy it, it'd be great if you could hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure that you share it to any friends, anyone you think might be a Darkest Hour fan. So yeah, thank you ever so much for checking this video out, and I'll see you guys very, very soon for more album reviews.